Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature. And today out here is an iffy day. It showed like possible rain throughout the day in this area. So I hope you're able to get out in nature and get some air. And also remember to love yourself. Love yourself first. Give yourself a big old hug. I love myself. You really do. Look at yourself in the mirror. I really can't do this because of my situation here, but you have a house, right? Well, look in the mirror and look at yourself and let yourself know, I love you. I love you for who you are, how hard you've worked in your life, the things that you're struggling through, the strength that you have, really spend some time with yourself and let yourself know that you're doing better than what you think. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget the notification bell. Plus, don't be afraid, don't be shy. Swing by and say hi to Starlight, and you can leave me a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. And you could share. Sharing's great. Starlight loves sharing, It is great to share these videos so other people can get these videos, the help that they need. And not only you would be helping them, you would be helping me, and I appreciate all of you out there that have subscribed, that you watch my videos, you give me a thumbs up, or even leave me a comment down below, or even share my videos. Thank you. And you could share my videos with your family, your friends. Let's see, because it's like one of these days here, like a wet day, a duck. You could share my videos with a duck and some fish. Yeah, don't be surprised. Those fish are smarter than you think. I was teaching some fish something a while back out in Florida. We had a lot of fun, So yeah, you could teach fish tricks and stuff like that. I was teaching those fish patience, So I did make a video on that. That's, a real video out there that Starlight was teaching fish patience. And not only that is you could check out my playlist. Plus, you could find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So this video is I'm not sure exactly. I never know what I'm going to say in these videos, so don't be surprised in any of these videos what is going to come out of Starlight's mouth. And that's being your authentic self, It's just going with the flow. It just flows out, And so anyway, today I really want to talk to all of you. Yeah, you, all of you, are you struggling? Is there times that you want answers, but you don't know how to get their answers? Are there times you might be going through this right now? Where you need help. Help! Starlight's had dreams like that, is where I was yelling out, like, help me! But guess what? Nobody answered. So, have you ever reached out, or, inside your head or in your mind, and like, oh, I need some help, and, and then you're thinking of, who can I call? You got something going on, and you're like, maybe I can't call my mom. No, I can't call my dad. My daughter, no. My son, no. My brother, no. Mine passed away, but there was a time that I used to reach out to that brother a lot because he was always there, available for me. Not that he always had the right answer for me, but he was available. And so who can I call? I'm going through something. I need to talk to somebody today. And sometimes you might go through your list. I'm just going to pretend this is a list here. This is a book, but you go through the whole list of names, and you're like, on your phone list, all your contacts, and you're like, I've done this. Starlight has been there, where I'm like, I really need to talk to somebody right now. And I have to let you know, don't be surprised that when you need somebody right now to talk to, that you can't find anybody to talk to. Have you, I know we all have gone through this sometime in our life, maybe not right now, but maybe in the past, where you really needed somebody to talk to. And maybe it wasn't like a big, huge thing that was going on. Maybe, there's you just wanted to talk to someone, not just anyone. And that's why when you go on your phone and you're scrolling down on your contacts list, I have done this many times, starting from the A and work myself all the way down to Z, and like, okay, let's see, scrolling down, no, all the way down is no. I've even recently reached out to my therapist, and it's kind of strange. Imagine this, your therapist that I used to have didn't even call me back. And then there you are, all by yourself, like, you just needed to talk to somebody because nobody's calling you. You don't have anybody to talk to, So this video is to help you when you're going through days like this, is when you just can't talk to just anyone. Oops, sorry about this.
Good afternoon. AYC Asian Youth Center will be presenting WeChat workshop at 1:30 p.m. in the French room. Everyone is welcome.
Hey, Starlight's going to join in there. I don't even know what it is. But anyway.
我们亚裔青少年中心的联合心理健康促进者将会在2楼的会议厅1点半有那个微信的工作坊，歡迎大家踴躍參加，謝謝。大家好啊，我哋係亞裔青少年中心嘅聯合心理健康促進者，咁我哋1點半咧就會喺2樓嘅會議廳有嗰個微信工作坊，歡迎大家踴躍參加，謝謝，拜拜。
Do you know what she said the second time? The same thing that she said the first time. But anyway, so I am there's nothing I can do about that. The speakers, apparently they're right in here. So anyway, what can you do when you can't find anybody on your phone to talk to? And you just don't want to talk to just anyone, And is what you can do when you're going through stuff on it, when you're having a day like that, is it's frustrating, isn't it? And there's times, and I'm gonna have to say, we all go through this at some point, where you get like, then you go down through your phone again, and you're like, oh, is there someone that I can talk to? I don't want to just hear myself talk. I actually want to hear them talk, because I could just talk to a wall and get the same kind of help if nobody, actually is communicating back to me, right? So then you go scrolling down your A to Z list on your contacts, and then you find, you're like, you know what? I really just need to talk to somebody. And then you pick somebody on your phone. Or you might pick, you might even try a couple people on your phone and like, hey, and then you get done and you're like, they couldn't help me out. The energy wasn't the right energy and all this and that, So you're like, they'll never understand me. That one doesn't get me. That one's jealous of me. This one has no clue to what's going on because, they're much older than I am. They're not even with the times of 2025, they're still stuck somewhere in the 60s, and this does happen. There are people that are like, I feel like they're like time traveling, where they're stuck at a time frame. I've met many people like this, where they they were stuck in the 60s, you know, so they weren't quite caught up to the technology and the way things are going on right now in 2025. So like if you try to communicate with them, they're not going to understand what you're talking about. They're not the person that can give you any answers of what you're going through. So there are ways that you can get help when you're like yelling out help. So Starlight has definitely been there, just wanting to talk to somebody, but not just anyone. And so on that is what I've learned on this journey, and it's beautiful, is and I really don't want to get talking about too many things all at once on this topic, is when you're going through that and you don't absolutely, you know, a lot of times we got stuff going on and we just want to talk to somebody, maybe to kind of calm ourselves down a little bit, or maybe we feel alone, maybe we feel lost, maybe we feel like nobody loves us, you know, because nobody's calling you up, Starlight, you know, like nobody's calling you up, you know, you're the only one calling them. You know, how many text messages do you get? Now, some of you get all kinds of messages on your phone, but then you are frustrated, drained, and aggravated, you know, with all, you know, like the drama and the gossiping and all that, where you're like, I get too many calls, I get too many text messages, you know, my family members, they're getting me in the middle of their messes, you know, I'm like my husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or wife, you know, where they're not communicating with me, and, you know, I don't feel loved, you know, my friend, you know, something's going on with him or her, you know, depending on who you are. And if you're, you know, Starlight can have a male friend, right? And a female friend, you know? So it doesn't matter who they are, whether it's a boy or girl, is that maybe you're like, nah, I can't bother them. They're going through a lot right now. And, you know, I don't want to call them up because they're struggling. So at times like this, some of you believe in this, some of you might not, this is the time that you need to really spend more time with yourself. Getting out in nature really will help, you know, when you're going through these battles or struggles in life. And when you can't seem to find anyone who cares enough to pick up a phone and call you, you know, because they got shit, right? They got stuff going on. So, you know, they're dealing with their own stuff. And, you know, maybe they feel like, I don't want to call them up because I don't want to pour all my problems onto them because, you know, so it's, you know, it could be all kinds of stuff going on. So you might have a special friend, but they never call you. They never say, hey, how you doing? You know, so all these things can go on where you're so frustrated because you can't seem to find anyone and you feel alone. Is the best thing you can do is get alone with yourself. And not only that, is to, you know, get out in nature, get around animals, you know, and also is you can ask for help. Maybe not to any of these people here because they're busy. That one's got stuff going on. This one just started that, you know, they got all their own problems, and life happens, right? Life happens to all of us, you know. God, you never know the mind of God, and you never know where life is going to take you. And so even when your therapist doesn't call you back, you know, I have been waiting for her. I have not still, you know, like, where did my therapist go? And, you know, so it's amazing when nobody's calling you up, checking up on you, and, you know, you might feel like, nobody cares. And don't believe in all that, okay? Some people might not really care, but this is how things can, you know, backfire on us, is by believing that. And so we can, you know, depending on who you have as a God, mine is the, you know, the creator. Jesus is, you know, his son, you know, where God sent Jesus here to shake some shit up, you know. And so that is the God that I worship and serve, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But, you know, with that is that they're God. Now, not everybody believes this. You know, you there's lots of Bibles out there. That's one of the reasons. And so many different beliefs out there, so many different kinds of churches. This one believes in that. And this is why there's such a war in this world, is because of how this has been, it causes so much problems with so many other people in the world, because that Bible says this, all these different Bibles saying different things, different congregations saying, all different kind of things in the Bible and what they believe and what they don't believe. So Starlight believes in archangels. They were in the Bible. The angels were helping people in the Bible. I did read my Bible more than once. So there are archangels. Now, some people believe you're not supposed to talk to the archangels. They were helping people in the Bible time. God created them to help us out through hard times, through when we're having a hard time. You can even ask the universe. We are part of the universe. We are part of, like my name Starlight is because we all have stardust. Now it's kind of funny. I have talked to a lot of Christians out there, and there's Christians out there that believe that, oh yeah, we are made out of stardust. Talk to other people that claim that they are Christians, that go to a church building. No, I don't know where you got that stuff from, Starlight, So it is kind of funny how all these people believe in something different, but you got to know what you believe in. So this is what I do, is I ask for help. Maybe my friend can't help me out right now, because my friend could be busy, and so you should be your best friend anyway. But there's times that, we need help. And sometimes people are helping us out, but maybe we didn't quite catch what they were saying or doing. Sometimes it can be challenging to find out what they meant, when they say something or whatever. So I'm sorry, this room is chilly. I don't know if that heater is working right now. It's like this room was like 50 something when I got in here. So sorry about that. It's just like, whoo, I can get my coat on. But anyway, is you can always, don't feel like, everybody has their own beliefs, but you got to figure out what you believe. And Starlight does. Starlight asks help to God. I pray to God. I pray to the universe. I talk to the universe, and so the universe can help us in so many different ways by helping us out with animals, or, there might be a person that comes up to you, and this is why it's so important to listen to what's going on. All the sounds, there's people that can see, can't see, but can hear. So like I have two family members like that. I learned a lot. Not a lot from my sister because she is handicapped, and blind, but from my father. I have learned a lot about blind people because of my dad. So I'm like my dad, and I almost called her my daughter, my sister, because I was like a mom to my sister, which I kind of get always mixed up calling her my daughter. Is that, with blind people, they have to depend on their ears. So they're always, listening to all the sounds, and it is so important to do that. I used to get caught as a child, all my brothers, and myself. I can't really say, even my sister didn't know any better. But if my dad was in the house, we had to be extra sneaky. He could see somewhat when he was younger. He could see better than what he can see now. Now he can't see nothing. But when we were younger, we, as kids, we tried to get away with stuff. But, it didn't always, it backfired a lot of times, and some of you might think, shame on you, Starlight. Hey, give me a break. We were kids. That is what kids do. Kids do stuff, and So is, we try to do some things thinking we could get away from it, from my dad, because he really couldn't see that well, like far away distance when he was younger, So, but you know what? He caught us. Not only did he use his ears, but he used his nose. So I even had to deceive my dad growing up because of, I had him like, he'll hear me. He could smell, even though he couldn't really see. So, and Starlight deceived my father. Now, you might think that is crazy that you're doing that to this disabled man, that can't see, and you're, just, deceiving him. But let me finish my story. It was my dad's birthday, and I was living in the house. When I was older, I already had my kids. I had to stay with him for a little bit, and I wanted to make a birthday cake. But I knew, like, how, he went to the store, and so when he left, I hurried up and tried to make a cake in the house, because that's where I was living. So how am I going to make a cake without him knowing that I'm baking a cake for him? So Starlight deceived her dad. I was able to make a cake, and he had no clue. When he walked in the door, because I knew when you leave the house and you come back, all the smells, like if you had onions in your house earlier, when you come back, you're going to smell the onions. All these different smells that you're going to smell when you come back. So I'm like, how am I going to deceive him? I'm trying to bake him a cake without him knowing. So you're like, Starlight, how did you deceive him? Clorox is really strong, right? Well, I just got Clorox all over in the trailer, just like really strong, So when he came back, that Clorox overpotent the smell of the cake. And the oven was, even the oven being hot, I had to be like, that oven had to, if that oven was warm and he ever went to the stove and touched it and realized, somebody used I had to be sneaky. So Starlight, you don't want to mess with Starlight. She knows some tricks, because I had to grow up with this. But I just had the tutus. So you really do, in this, use your other senses by your nose, sniff things. And there's people, with other different things that, they have to use their other senses. So it's very important is to really listen, because the universe, there's sounds out there, and I've been learning this through tarot card readers, that when they're doing tarot card reading, and, somebody could had some cards laid out, and then, a truck goes by making a loud noise. Well, they're listening to those sounds, because that truck going by, or even if the siren, you hear a siren going by when I'm making a video, that's clues to information, that you can get help from the universe. So you really got to use your senses in such a way, even smells, you might go anywhere, go somewhere just like a dream, like, what do you smell? Today I saw something, and it's weird. I seen this yesterday and I seen it today. I'm thinking, now, come on, what's the odds? So it stood out. So I had to Google it up. Somebody wore a certain shirt yesterday in the same library. I've never, seen a shirt like this. And then another, I believe it's another girl, but wearing the same shirt that I seen yesterday. I'm like, come on, how is that possible? So that stood out to me. So I'm like, I gotta check this out. What does that mean? So there's clues all around you all the time, but you gotta listen. Like there was a speaker going on. What did she talk about? There might be a dog, barking down the street, So you gotta really pay attention to your ears. What are you hearing? Because those are little clues, just like in a dream. And so you can ask the universe, God, for help. Help! Really ask. So, what are you going through? What are you going through? You're upset. You got too much going on. You can't seem to find that one out there. You're searching. You lack. You think you lack. You don't have enough money. You think that. That's what you think, right? You think you don't have enough money. So all these things are so important. You're stressed out because of finance problems, where the bills, you owe money and you don't know where you're going to get the money to pay those bills. These are just different problems that a lot of people have. Your health, you're going through health issues. So, you might be confused. You might have too many things going on all at once. You know what? You can ask for help. I was a prayer warrior long time ago, and these things, and what you want to do is, you're going to have to really pay attention when I say this. I need your full attention here, is when you're having problems in the daytime, when you wake up, right, and you got stuff going on, list all the things that you got going on. What is start with the biggest bomb of messes or problems that you have, and okay, this is my biggest problem right now that I'm dealing with. I don't know what to do. At this time of year, some people are going through all kinds of stuff. And so what you want to do is you can ask, you got to find out what the archangels, I can't tell you now because the time on this video, is the archangels. Archangel Michael is the greatest one, the strong, the most powerfulest angel out there. You can ask Archangel Michael to help you out. And the only way they're going to help you out is you got to ask for help. And you got to trust and believe that they're going to help you. The universe is sending you signs all the time. If you see different animals, what does it mean when I see that animal or a bug, crawling on the floor? What is the bug doing? It's no difference than a dream. Is the butterfly flying? What is going on? So you got to really look at all these clues out in your reality, and it's God's sending you messages even through numbers. The universe gives us numbers all the time. I just had, like I said, 2222. It's 22 minutes and 22 seconds. So you got to pay attention to all these clues, and so you want to ask before you go to bed. Please, I need some help. Archangels, this is how I do it. Archangels of light. Archangel, sometimes I call their name, like Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel helps out in different things. Archangel Michael, you can ask Archangel Michael for anything. Archangel Raphael and Gabriel, Gabriel is for dreams. If you need a dream, ask Archangel Gabriel. The messenger angel, Archangel, I'm getting all these things. I don't want to confuse you. So there's messengers of, there's archangels for messengers. Archangel Raphael, I ask Archangel Raphael to help me, to protect me in the daytime when I'm driving my car. Don't be afraid to ask for help. So you got to ask for help, please. I'm afraid. What are you afraid about? What is your fear? I'm afraid that I'm not going to make it. Ask the universe, ask the angels, ask God, ask Archangel Michael, and say, please help me to let go of fear. I need to let go of fear. And, help me to be confident in myself. Help me, please, can you help me to not worry anymore about this problem? Please guide me to what I'm supposed to do, because I don't know what to do right now. And you'll be amazed. And you got it. That's what I'm saying ahead of time is listen. You could still use your eyes, because you're going to want to use your eyes to see animals that are around in your surrounding, repeated numbers or numbers that stand out. And, the smells that you smell in the air. Those are all different clues that you can have that you're receiving all the time, but a lot of times you're too occupied, too distracted, too busy to even notice, where other people that can't see, that is what they're always focused on, is what they're hearing. So you got to really pay attention to those things. And when you go to sleep, now this is where you got to pay attention. When you go to sleep, there's stuff happening when you go to sleep. There's magic going on when you go to sleep. So you can, I do this every night, is to put a shield of protection around my car and, around me and my car every night. I ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and Archangels of Violet Flame to put a shield of protection around my space when I'm, sleeping at nighttime. And then because I've asked in the daytime about you needing help for different things, don't be afraid to, they're here to serve, they're here to help you. They are pleased to help you out. So you can ask them for help. And then when you go to sleep, when you wake up, guess what? You're going to wake up and you're going to have clarity. If you need clarity, ask for clarity. If you need wisdom or, to have more confidence, you're going to wake up the next morning and you're going to feel amazing. You're going to be like, wow, you know what? I feel better. I don't know what happened overnight, but I feel amazing. Things happen in the night when you're sleeping. There's magic going on, that can help you out. When you wake up in the next morning, you're like, you know what? Now I know what I'm going to do. Now I have a plan. Now I know how to handle this problem. And you'd be like, wow, how did this happen? I see this all the time when I go to bed. I can have problems in the daytime. Hey, I'm normal. I don't, I'm not normal. I'm human. Yeah, I'm not normal. Starlight's strange, weird, odd, whatever. And I love that part of me. So, but when I go to sleep and I wake up, I'm like a new person. I'm refreshed. I got clarity. I have guidance now. Now I know what I need to focus on. So, really don't knock this until you try it. So I love you so much. I really hope you get a lot of help from this video. Is really listen. What is it that you smell? Like my dad, he didn't know. He was blown away. He told that story to so many people, how he didn't know, that I had to hide the cake in the house. The cake was hot, and I had to carry a whole sheet of cake, and with the pan, and bring it in another room and hide it so he couldn't smell it in the air. But my dad was like, wow, my daughter really got me on that one, So anyway, as I had to let you know that part of the story. So he told a lot of people that story, how I deceived him for his birthday. So anyway, I love you so much. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And don't forget the notification bell. Plus, don't forget you could share my videos with your family, your friends, a cat, a dog, and you can check out my playlist. Plus, you can find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you all. So pray for help. Don't have so much pride, and you got to trust and believe that this will work. It will work. You'll be blown away. The next morning, you will be amazed at how well you feel and how clear, the guidance that you're going to get. And don't doubt it. Just keep believing and just keep praying. I love you so much. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.